All right. Yeah. Okay. Happy Monday night, everyone. How's everybody doing? It's me, Shadow XM1. And before I start with anything, let me take a moment to apologize, especially to Wolf, the Supernatural Slayer. Uh, I saw it was your birthday not too long ago. I'm sorry, I meant to get on and wish you happy birthday, but I wasn't feeling well. That, and I was also busy with a few other things that needed to be taken care of. But happy belated birthday, Wolf. I hope you had a great birthday. I hope you had some great streams going on. Heck, you got even more viewers than I do right now. So hey, good luck to you. Um, I also have to apologize for nodding off at the last paranormal reaction every once in a while. I have to admit, I was tired and I needed to get some rest badly. So, yeah. Hey, Chojin, how's it going, man? Nice of you to join us. So, yeah, I needed to get to bed. I had no business reacting to that video, and I tell you what, not this one, but the next one I have, I'm going to do a second reaction video of that, along with a few others. We're only going to do a couple tonight. So yeah. Eh, but hey, you know what, Chojin? If you've got some friends who are interested in the paranormal, spread the word. Spread the word. They're more than welcome in the chat. So the more viewers I have, the better. Um, but yeah, okay. I hope I'm not jinxing now. Before we really get into things, I hope I'm not jinxing myself. But I told you in the last one that I was going to tell you guys something really big is about to happen to me. Hopefully, knock on wood, to change my life. I went to NSU, Broken Arrow in Oklahoma with my dad Thursday. I actually went with him Wednesday because he had some things he wanted to take care of and talk about to one of the advisors. And I can only meet with my advisor the next day. Well, we went Thursday, and actually, just my luck that we did, which I'll explain later. But Teresa was really nice. She wasn't one of those campus employees that was trying to sell you a scholarship. She wasn't trying to get your money to get a scholarship of just so they'd have your money and you'd pay them and all. No. She was really nice. She was a really nice person. And as a matter of fact, I had thought about going to the Broken Arrow campus in Oklahoma to maybe transfer and finish my bachelor's finally, and graduate and and at least have my bachelor's, and maybe I might have a better luck, getting a job. Well, she actually said, if I wanted to do it, I could, but personally, she did not recommend it. Because, excuse me, you'd have to do, I think she said I had to do at least a total of 30 credit. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Sorry. A total of 30 credit hours in order to get anywhere. And then afterwards, I may be in school, I may be in college for like 1 to 2 years or more. And she said, considering how long you've already spent in college, I take it you probably don't want to do that. And I basically told her, well, no, not exactly. She said, well, there are alternatives, that's when she started talking about Tulsa Tech. she said, I would highly recommend you go to these guys. They have campuses all over Tulsa. They do different things, and one of the main things they're well known for is to train people like me in a certain job for a certain job. And once that training is done, all I have to do is talk to the instructors because they're the ones with the connections. So we went to Tulsa Tech and talked with one of the advisors there, and he was really nice too. And I told him what was going on. He's going, "Oh man, okay, yeah." So well, here's the thing: of all the ones you picked, they're already filled up, except for one, and that's CNC machinist and CNC programming. So, under which I'm going, well, heck yeah, sign me up. That's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. You know, I've been wanting to get back into the manufacturing thing. I've been wanting to learn more how to do that, to how to operate and program the CNC machines, how to use a metal lathe, how to use a drill press properly. And my dad, of course, was going, why didn't you tell me you were into this? We could have done this long ago. So, well, to which, at that time, at OSUIT, the manufacturing company, or the manufacturing course, had died out because they couldn't get any students to come in and enroll. So I basically had to kiss that goodbye and look for something else. But anyway, my dad even asked him, the advisor at Tulsa Tech, said, okay, well, how soon can he expect to maybe get hired as soon as he's done with his training? He said, I don't want my son going through this training and all of a sudden finding out, well, it's all been in vain. He can't get hired. To which he pretty much put us at ease and said, oh, I wouldn't worry about that. When you are being trained for something like this, it is for a future job that that the instructors or the campus or one of the sponsors of the campus will have waiting for you. Not only that, some of the instructors at Tulsa Tech also work part-time for some of the sponsors that donate to Tulsa Tech. So that's another positive thing. So, and that really put our mind at ease. So, all I needed to do was to attend a tour, one of the tours, and just my luck, the tours started at 3 and 4 p.m. that day, Thursday. And I went on the 3 o'clock tour, automatically acquired 60 points. You need 100 points in order to be confirmed and selected, possibly, into being enrolled in the program. Well, there are several other options for gaining those extra 40 points. One of them was submitting your excuse me. One of them was submitting your transcripts. I'm sorry, an official copy of your transcripts. And I thought I did that when I gave the guy a copy of my transcripts, but he told me he'd be there at the tour later. Well, when he did, he told me, well, I've got some bad news. Those are unofficial transcripts. I need an official transcript. Either you need to go to OSUIT and send it via parchment, and they will send it to you. They've done that before. Well, make a long story short, we had to do it because their OSUIT are dumbbells or douchebags, and I'm not afraid to say it. I have had it with that campus, but and we had to pay the fee, but thankfully today they got my transcript and they had viewed it, and voila, I now have 100 points in all. I'm on the wait list. And if it is successful in going through, I will be starting in August 12th, and I will be undergoing treatment 5 days a week, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., learning how to operate the CNC machines, learning how to program them, learning how to sculpt certain parts, how to engrave things, how to etch things, the whole 9 yards. And I won't, and this will be, and this type of job, when I get one, I will be making parts for not just certain companies, but a lot of companies like automotive, um, tool companies, aerospace companies. Since one of my instructors used to work in the aerospace business, and from what I found out from the tour, these guys don't dilly dally around. No, these guys. Yeah, we're not going to spend a whole hour or more in the computer lab lecturing away and boring you guys to death, and you guys is going, "Are we done yet?" No, we're not going to be doing that. He said, "I may lecture a little bit, but after that, we're getting down to business. We're doing hands-on stuff. You're going to be learning how to do things. We're going to show you how to do things, and if you get stuck, if you need to watch something, all the lessons are recorded on computer, on the campus computers via an archive made by both the faculty and the students that have succeeded in passing the training course and have their own jobs now. And some of the students are even working with one of the instructors now. But yeah, it's going to be very exciting. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. Um, Even my dad was going, "Yeah, son, the fact that Teresa suggested these guys to you, and your eyes immediately lit up when you saw a manufacturing or CNC machinist, and that was the only one really still available, and the others were full, and the fact that the campus you're going to is one of the ones closer to your home, not to mention the fact that this is something you've been wanting to do for a long time." Yeah, I'll have to agree with my dad. That's Providence working in my life. So, so it's in God's hands now, guys. So, crossing my fingers, leaving it in His hands. So, here's to hope when I get selected. And if I do, I mean, I'll probably have time to do a few videos every once in a while, but I'll be undergoing training 5 days a week, 8 to 3. So, and I'll have some work that I'll need to do after classes, but that's the one nice thing about these guys is said, don't expect too much homework. We let you guys work at your leisure, which is nice. They don't have to do that. So yeah. So yeah. Thank you, Chojin. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So yeah, that's what's going on, guys. If everything goes through, your boy's going to be learning how to be a machinist. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and that's right up there with my drafting skills. Plus, if I get a job, when I get a job from this training, I might actually be able to ask my boss if I could get with the OSUIT campus and use this as intern credit and get my bachelor's in instrumentation, because this would fall in with instrumentation. It's automation. It's industry. So yeah, it would follow in with them at instrumentation. I mean, if one of my instructors could allow one of his students in instrumentation to get credit from a drafting job, which by the way was electrical drafting and electrical schematic drafting, then yeah, surely they'll let me do this. So, but we're putting the cart before the horse. Hopefully, I'm selected. Hopefully, I'm chosen to be part of the team. And yeah, your boy's going to be busy. It's going to be 9 months worth of training from August to December, and I won't even have to go all December. My last training day in December is the 18th. So yeah, they're going to let us have the Christmas holiday off, and we won't come back until after New Year's. And then January through May is going to be the second and last semester of training. And I think one of my instructors said one of the things, if you do well, one of the things you get to do is you get to go with them to one of the competitions. I think up in like, oh man, I can't remember whether it's up in Vegas or someplace like that. I don't know, but it's a big competition, and they have won, and he has, I don't know how many straight victories from that competition. They have won a lot. So I'm going, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. But anyway, I'm letting my laundry wash and dry. So, and I just got out of the shower not too long ago, so I'm letting my hair dry and relaxing a bit. So right now we're going to do some paranormal reaction. Like I said, the Last Are Spooks video I reacted to, I'm going to react again to that later, and and I'll add a few other videos with it. But for right now, we're going to react to his brand new one, or his recent one. This is 11 scary videos that will test your sanity. As always, links to the original videos will be in the description box below after the broadcast. So, if you want to, excuse me, if you want to watch these later without my reaction commentary, you can. It's fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But let's get started with 11 scary videos that will test your sanity. You guys ready? I am. Oh, and by the way, I'm using both monitors, guys. I can watch over here, and I can see you guys right over here in chat. So feel free to jump in and say hi. And this time I can actually look over and say hi to you guys. And so yeah, and if you like what you see, please leave a like and subscribe, both on the channels we're about to react from. And if you like what you see on my channel, please leave a like and subscribe as well. I would really appreciate it. All right, let's go.
Hello everyone, my name is Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. This next video comes to us from the TikTok account WB Paranormal and features a piece of home security camera footage recorded on September 4th, 2024 at 3:37 in the morning. At first, the camera captures nothing more than a quiet backyard with a swimming pool. Everything appears perfectly still. Then, without warning,
What? What in the world?
A strange figure emerges from the darkness and slowly makes its way toward the edge of the pool.
What?
After reaching the pool, it places what appears to be its hands on the rim and pauses for a moment, almost as if it's looking around the yard. Then, rather than turning around, the figure slowly backs away before disappearing into the darkness. The way it moves is what really stands out. Its posture and movements don't immediately resemble the way most people would normally walk, making the footage all the more unsettling. Of course, there could be a more ordinary explanation. Given the distance and the limitations of the night vision camera, it's entirely possible the figure is simply a person, or maybe even an animal, whose appearance and movements are being distorted by the image quality. Unfortunately, no follow-up was ever posted explaining what, if anything, was discovered afterward, leaving the encounter unresolved. Was this simply someone wandering into the yard in the middle of the night, or did the camera capture something far more unusual? I'll leave this one up to you to decide.
Okay. Creepy guy. Yeah, that's a freaking weirdo who's trespassing on somebody's yard and backyard, and yeah, they're just being a creepy guy. Yeah, that's just being a creepy guy. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, Mr. Spooks. You can tell it's a person. It's the person's at least topless, if not naked completely. And yeah, he's running around naked or half naked, and he's doing this. Yeah, creepy guy. Creepy guy. Yeah.
This next video was uploaded to YouTube back in July of 2009 and was reportedly filmed in Belém, Pará, Brazil. According to the uploader, he was home alone with nothing to do, so he began taking a few photos around the house before eventually deciding to record some video instead. While walking through one of the bedrooms, something completely unexpected happens.
What the?
At around the 30-second mark, one of the cupboard doors suddenly swings open on its own, causing the uploader to panic and run from the room before ending the recording. In the description of the video, he explains that after sharing what happened, many people in his life laughed at him and refused to believe his story. Even so, he insists the incident was completely genuine. Then again, it's also possible that the entire thing was staged. With no way to independently verify what happened before the recording began, a hoax can't be completely ruled out. Whatever the truth may be, the uploader's reaction is certainly memorable and has helped keep the video circulating online for well over a decade. Was this a genuine paranormal encounter or an old-school internet hoax? I'll leave that for you to decide.
Well, I'll have to give it to the kid. He knew better than to find out. He knew better than to find out, because us white people, we'd be dumb enough to do that. But that's a Latino, and Latinos don't do that stuff. They do not do that stuff, according to Special Ed, or Eddie VR, or Eddie from The Boys. So yeah, quoting Eddie, Mexicans don't do that shit. So yeah, I believe him. Latinos don't do this. So they know better, because they know better. Whether it was something paranormal, or somebody playing a prank on them, or an intruder opening up the cupboard doors to come out and rob him, who knows? But he was smart enough to say, nope, not me, and he got the hell out of there. So, yeah, whether it's paranormal or not, he did the right thing.
On October 1st, 2025, a TikTok user known as FabbyKMe posted a video claiming they experienced something deeply unsettling inside their home. The uploader explains that while sitting in the house one day, they suddenly heard what sounded like their alarm going off. According to them, however, it wasn't actually their alarm at all. Instead, they believed the sound was coming from what is known in paranormal folklore as a mimic.
Ooh. What is that? What is that shadow on?
As the alarm-like sound continues, another unsettling detail becomes visible.
Yeah.
If you look carefully toward the upper right corner of the doorway, you can make out what appears to be a tall, dark figure peeking around the frame. Then, just before the video ends, the figure slowly retreats back out of sight, making the moment even more unsettling. Of course, another possibility is that the figure was deliberately placed there as part of a staged video. Given how clearly it's positioned in the doorway, a hoax can't be ruled out. Whether the uploader really encountered something unexplained or simply created a convincing scare is impossible to know from the footage alone. Was this really a mimic lurking inside the house, or just a cleverly staged video? I'll let you decide.
Whoa. True. You know, there's a lot of videos like that, and you just don't know sometimes. You just don't know. Whoa, that is just creepy. Yeah. Yeah, that's if I tell you what, if it's a hoax, that's one hell of a hoax. That's an amazing hoax. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah.
Over on Reddit, a user shared a video that begins like an ordinary night out with a friend before suddenly taking a very unexpected turn. At the start of the footage, one of the men is talking while the other records. Everything seems perfectly normal until this happens.
Pues no hay pedo. Oye, loco, ¿qué es lo que se ve ahí atrás del palo, güey? ¡Eso, güey! ¡Loco, corre! ¡Otra! ¡Otra, güey! ¡Está, güey! ¡Búscalo! ¡Otra! ¡El perro, güey! ¡Búscalo! ¡El perro!
What the?
Out of nowhere, a small humanoid figure suddenly sprints across the area at incredible speed, catching both men completely off guard. Rather than running away, they immediately give chase, trying to catch up with the strange figure. Despite their efforts though, it quickly pulls away and disappears into the darkness. One of the most common theories is that the figure could be a pombero, a legendary creature from Guarani folklore that's deeply rooted in the cultures of Paraguay, northeastern Argentina, southern Brazil, and surrounding regions. The pombero is often described as a small, elusive humanoid known for appearing unexpectedly before vanishing just as quickly. It's interesting to compare traditional depictions of the pombero with what appears in the video, as there are some similarities. At the same time, it's entirely possible the figure is simply a person running through the area, with the darkness and low video quality making them appear much more unusual than they actually are.
Yeah, this is Potato 99 quality.
Creature of folklore, or simply a case of mistaken identity, is impossible to know from the footage alone. What do you make of this?
Okay, I'm gonna put it into this right now. That's your little bro running around butt naked, and I don't know what you gave him to him or promised him for him to do this, but this It's a it's a kid running around naked. It's your little bro running around naked, guys. Come on. You know, he probably came right out of the shower or out of the bath, and he's gonna pull the stunt on you guys, or you knew he was going to because you planned it, and yeah, you give him a cue or something, and he busts out from under the chair, running away, naked as Jaybird, and you guys are running after him, trying to create a paranormal video. This, come on. How stupid do you think we are? That's your little bro running around naked as a Jaybird. That's, oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, Noella. W8P. Howdy. Yeah, exactly, Noella. What I was thinking too. Now, this is fake. It's absolutely fake. And there's these two guys, and it's either their little cousin or their nephew or their little bro, and they staged this whole thing. He's running around butt naked. Yeah, he's not this mythological creature. He's just a kid, and they're just boys are being boys. They're goofing off. They're bored to death, so they got their camera, which they knew was a crappy camera, and they decided to make this little video. That's exactly what this is. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
On October 3rd, 2025, a TikTok user known as Marsh Mob uploaded a video from inside his home in Appalachia after repeatedly hearing a strange sound outside during the night. Take a listen. Throughout the video, eerie whistling can be heard coming from somewhere outside the house. At one point, Marsh Mob even turns the camera toward himself to show that he isn't making the sound, leaving him just as confused as everyone watching. A short while later, he uploaded a second video from the same room after hearing more unusual activity. This time, something can actually be seen. Right around here, if you look carefully outside, you can make out what appears to be a tall figure walking across the property before disappearing from view just a few seconds later. Many people in the comments believe the combination of the mysterious whistling and the figure pointed toward a skinwalker, though it's worth noting that skinwalkers originate from Navajo folklore rather than Appalachian folklore. A more grounded possibility is that the figure was simply another person walking outside, while the whistling may have come from an animal or someone nearby. With only these two short videos to go on, it's impossible to know exactly what was happening. Whether these clips captured something genuinely unusual or not, they certainly make for an unsettling late-night watch.
Well, yeah.
What explanation makes the most sense to you?
I think it was your neighbor, and your neighbor's on something, dude. That's why he's walking through there either butt naked or half naked and whistling out of tune like that. He's either on something or he's drunk, and he's at the wrong house, and they realize it at the last minute. Go, oh crap! Oh, wrong house. Yeah. You know, I don't know. That's just Yeah, debunking and make the same video. Exactly. That's exactly what he needs to. That's exactly what he needs to do, Noella. Exactly. Yeah. Don't just videotape something and just sit there saying, "Oh, I heard something, I heard something." Yeah, debunk it. Do it like Jason and Grant did in Ghost Hunters. They debunked stuff. And a lot of the stuff they debunked, they could prove it was fake. It was someone's nerves getting onto them. Or it was someone's nerves getting the best of them, or actually in a lot of the homes um, where there were high electromagnetic fields, they found it had to do with old wiring, and they were getting electromagnetic poisoning. It was too much electromagnetic interference, and what that does, it allows you to see things that aren't there. It addles your brain, and yeah, it really messes with your head. So yeah, a lot of the quote unquote paranormal or ghost sightings in the olden days probably had to do with electromagnetic radiation poisoning or electromagnetic poisoning. So that's why you need to have your cables shielded from this day on, you know, because they will give out electromagnetic fields if you're not shielded properly. So yeah, debunk it like Jason and Grant did. So yeah, I, my suspicion is it's your neighbor or somebody who knows you, and he's on something, or he's drunk and he's whistling off tune, and he ended up at the wrong house. So yeah.
For this next entry, we're taking a look at another recently released UAP video. This one designated
Another one.
UAP PR049. According to the accompanying report, the footage was recorded in 2026 and comes from the Department of the Army. What makes this video especially interesting is how it begins. The sensor is initially locked onto what appears to be a conventional aircraft flying through the area.
That's a drone.
Then something unexpected enters the frame.
Ooh. Well, that's a little eerie.
The aircraft can be seen near the center of the screen, while over on the right, a second object suddenly appears. Unlike the aircraft, this object looks like two bright points of light positioned very close together.
Yeah.
Shortly afterward, the sensor leaves the aircraft behind and begins tracking the unidentified object instead. For nearly 2 full minutes, the camera continues following the object as it moves through the sky. Its unusual appearance and the fact that it became the focus of the sensor are what make this footage particularly intriguing. At no point does it resemble the aircraft the camera was originally
No, it doesn't.
tracking. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean the object is extraordinary. It's entirely possible we're looking at a conventional aircraft, or another object that simply appears unusual because of the imaging system or viewing angle. Still, it's easy to see why this footage has generated so much discussion among people interested in UAPs. As always, make up your own mind.
It could be a radio controlled like four propeller drone with LED lights on it. Because those are really popular among hobbyists and and surveillance workers and hunters and trackers, you know, and scientists. So, yeah, those are. It could be one of those. They may have manned it with a couple of LED or bright LEDs on it, and it could be just a four-propeller drone. But then again, it could be a UFO. I'm sorry, I'm not saying UAP. I'm not saying UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon. It's UFO, unidentified flying object. That's what it's always been, and that's what it will always be to me. So yeah, if it's a UFO, and if it's not from here, if it's like a scout ship or what they would call a drone, then hey, okay, maybe it is. But it looks almost like a four propeller or drone, radio controlled drone with LED lights on it. And if it is a surveillance drone and it's in military space like that, then it's trespassing. And it's probably a spy drone. So I don't know. Then again, like I said, it could be a UFO. I don't know. I'm really not too sure about things like this. So yeah.
On December 26th, 2022, a TikTok user known as KittyK38 uploaded a video showing a strange incident that allegedly took place inside her bedroom. She explains that she and her husband were simply relaxing for the evening when they suddenly noticed something unusual happening across the room. Take a look.
Hon, what is that? Okay, God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. These are the new closet doors, guys. The new closet doors that we just installed. Oh my God. Okay. Nothing. Nothing in the closet. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Be careful.
Okay, no.
Okay, so clearly installing these doors. As you guys can see, we're still dealing with whatever is in our bedroom closet.
As you can see, one of the cabinet doors begins shaking back and forth all on its own, while both Kitty and her husband watch in disbelief. According to Kitty, the cabinet had only recently been installed, making the movement even harder for her to explain. Eventually, her husband decides to investigate for himself. He walks over to the cabinet, opens the door, and carefully checks inside, but doesn't appear to find anything that could have caused it.
No.
Another possibility, of course, is that the entire incident was staged. Since we only see the footage from one angle, there's no way to completely rule out a hoax. Without any follow-up or additional evidence, it's difficult to know exactly what happened in that bedroom. Perhaps you can come up with an explanation I haven't thought of.
Okay, now I could be wrong, but especially hearing his wife, you can kind of hear how unnerved she is. Like this is the first time it's happened. And it's really got to her. And notice it's shaking. It's shaking, but it stops as soon as he comes up to check it. And he opens the doors and there's nothing there. Now, I don't see a video jump. Now, maybe if I gave this to someone like Arthur Kicks or one of Jason and Grant's video experts, I don't know. Maybe they could find something of a video jump in it. I don't know. But I can't find a video jump in it. Or a jump in the video, like an editing or something like that. I can't find anything like that. This might be real. This might be paranormal. I mean, I know the old saying, if something's too good to be true, it probably isn't. But then again, there's also the old saying, stranger things have happened. So I don't know. This is a good one. I like this one. I like this one. This is good. This is very hard to debunk. Now that being said, he could have had his kid. If they have kids or they have a friend, they could have had their friend rattling the inside of the door. But if they pause the video for them to get out of the closet and then start it back up, oh man, they would have had to have been experts to do that, because I don't see a video jump. I don't see one at all. I don't. So I think this might be real, you guys.
Reddit user Fuzzman02 shared a video that he says was accidentally recorded while camping in the mountains of Vermont. The clip doesn't provide much context, and it's unclear exactly what he was filming at the time. At first glance, everything appears completely normal, but if you keep watching...
Oh man, this is grainy as hell. Looks like someone walking across the forest in their nightgown or their dressing gown.
Out of nowhere, what appears to be a pale figure can be seen moving through the darkness before disappearing just as quickly as it appeared. The encounter only lasts a moment, but it's enough to make you do a double take. One of the most popular comparisons made by viewers is that the figure resembles a Fresno nightcrawler, a cryptid often described as a small, pale humanoid with unusually long legs and little to no visible upper body. Looking at the footage, it's easy to see why so many people have made that connection. Of course, without any additional footage or context, it's impossible to say with certainty what was actually captured that night. Whatever the figure may have been, it certainly left behind a memorable clip.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll spot something in the footage that everyone else has missed.
I don't know, you got this. It's so grainy and it's so grainy and it's so fuzzy. I can't debunk this. I really can't. But Sir Spook said something about the Fresno Nightcrawler. Guys, if you want to look at an interesting story, look up the Fresno Nightcrawler on YouTube. Or if you're on Rumble, look up the Fresno Nightcrawler on Rumble, or look it up on Google. It's a very interesting story. And these things have been caught on camera. I mean, I've seen them. I mean, they could be Muppets or people in costumes on stilts. But oh my gosh, if they are, they have got to be renowned acrobats, renowned gymnasts, in order to pull this off, because the way these things move across the ground is phenomenal. It's unbelievable. So yeah, look up the Fresno Nightcrawler. I guarantee you'll be intrigued. You will definitely be intrigued. It's an interesting story.
This next video was posted to TikTok by a user known as Swamp642, who also shared some interesting context about what led up to the recording. According to the uploader, quote, "No one lives in the house down the road from me, but the owners keep the lights on for some reason," end quote. One night while taking out the garbage, he says he noticed what looked like someone standing beyond the tall grass that separates the two properties. At first, he thought he was imagining things, but just to be sure, he grabbed his sister and their daughters. That's when they made a disturbing discovery. Standing perfectly still inside the shed is what appears to be a person with their back turned toward the group. The uploader later wrote, quote, "Apparently whatever it was, or whoever it was, really was standing there watching me. I'm so freaked out." End quote. The figure never appears to acknowledge the group or move at all, making the entire encounter feel strangely unsettling. It's entirely possible they simply stumbled across another person standing inside the shed. Even so, if the property really was supposed to be vacant, it raises an obvious question. What were they doing there in the middle of the night? Unfortunately, no follow-up was ever posted explaining who the mysterious person was or why they were there. Sometimes the creepiest mysteries don't need a paranormal explanation.
True. Well, it was either a squatter, a homeless person, or one of their friends doing this as a prank. Because I hear the girls, and something about their tone of voice just doesn't seem right. I don't know. Then again, this could be paranormal. I don't know. I really don't know. There's not enough information on this to really debunk this very well. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, it could be one of those three things. Me, I think they were bored and they just wanted to make a video for some views. I don't know, guys.
This next video is one I actually featured on my channel many years ago.
Oh,
But I
okay.
thought it was worth revisiting since many viewers have probably never seen it before.
Oh yeah, this is one of the things I kind of like about his new videos. He does this every once in a while. He goes and reviews some videos that he originally had on some of his other older videos that some viewers haven't seen yet. Now, I personally recommend you guys if you guys have nothing to do one day, take a while, go to Sir Spooks and binge watch his videos. They are fun to watch. Some of them may not always be paranormal. They may be fake. They may be staged. I don't know. Some of them may look staged sometimes. Others don't look staged. Others look real. But yeah, definitely go to his channel. And if you got a day or two or more, if you have nothing to do, just sit down, grab you some popcorn, get you a good drink or get you a snack, and binge watch Sir Spooks. I guarantee you will be entertained. That's what I did a few Fridays when I was doing my instrumentation classes when I first was starting out. And I would binge watch Sir Spooks. And that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So yeah, if you guys have time, go to his channel and just binge watch his videos. And he still has a lot of his old videos up, so I would recommend watching them.
Originally uploaded to YouTube in November of 2011 by a man named Tim, the video documents an exploration of an abandoned house that he and two friends had been hearing stories about for nearly a year. According to local rumors, the property was supposedly used by satanic worshippers to perform rituals.
Ooh.
Curious to find out whether there was any truth to the stories, the group decided to investigate for themselves. The house itself is certainly eerie, but the most unsettling moment doesn't happen until much later in the video. Take a look.
Hey. Yeah, guys, we gotta go, man. We gotta go.
Well,
Do you hear that? Oh my God! Go!
Whoa.
Oh my god. Oh, the police are open. Okay, you gotta go. The door's locked. Get open! There's scratches. Go, 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 go. Help! What's happening?
Whoa. You guys need to run.
John? What? Dude, John. Okay. Did you hear that? Fuck. Oh my god. Oh, shit. Who is it? Who is it?
Run, dude. Run. Don't worry who or what it is. Just run.
Guys, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
John.
Let's go home.
John. John.
Leave me alone.
As the group continues exploring, the sound of what appears to be an accordion suddenly echoes through the building. Moments later, another strange rattling noise startles them, prompting all three to run for the exit. During the frantic escape, one of Tim's friends, John, is reportedly attacked by something they can't identify before the group finally makes it back to their car and leaves the property behind. Thankfully, John wasn't seriously injured, and all three made it home safely. Whether the strange sounds and the alleged attack were genuine or not is difficult to determine from the footage alone. Even so, it's one of those older exploration videos that's remained memorable for many years because of how chaotic and unsettling the encounter feels. Would you have kept exploring, or would you have turned around the moment you heard the accordion?
Okay, I'm going to say this. If you are thinking of going to a house that is rumored to have been the worshiping ground of a satanic cult, heed my advice and keep away from it. You know, you don't know what you're going to find in there. You know, you might find something paranormal. You might come across a demonic force that someone summoned. Or you may come across the worshippers themselves. And as a lot of people have said, the worst monsters are human beings. Especially human beings like that. Now, I will say this. It could be staged, but I will say this. I believe these guys. They seem to be genuinely terrified. Their friend, I think it was John, was it? He's in the car. He's like this. You could see the fear in his face. He is completely traumatized. He is terrified of something. Something attacked him. You know, if he is pulling off a hoax, that is one hell of a hoax. But I think he is genuinely terrified. I think whatever was in there, quote unquote, no pun intended, scared the hell out of those guys. I think it was authentic because you never know with places like that. A negative cult like that always leaves behind something negative, dark, or evil. And it's just best that you don't go anywhere near that place. You keep away from it. You know, as the old saying goes, curiosity killed the cat. Well, it almost did them in too. Now, that's just my 2 cents, but personally, I believe these guys. I think this actually happened. Because if it is a hoax, like I said, that's one hell of a hoax. But, yeah, you never know. Number 1.
We're ending today's countdown with another recently released UAP video from the United States Department of War website. Designated DOW UAP PR-059, the footage was reportedly captured in 2020 by an infrared sensor aboard a US military platform. before later being uploaded to a classified network in 2024 and eventually released as part of the recent document disclosure. Take a look.
Oh my gosh, look at that. It almost looks like it's alive. It looks like it's alive. What in the world? And there it goes.
For much of the recording, the object appears as a bright, elongated shape moving through the frame, but about halfway through the footage, it begins to take on a much more unusual appearance. From certain angles, the object almost seems to resemble a humanoid figure. Whether that's because the object itself changes shape, or simply because of the viewing angle is difficult to say, but it's certainly one of the more unusual looking UAP videos in the recent release. As with many of the videos released by the Department of War, there's very little context available, making it difficult to draw any firm conclusions. Depending on your perspective, this could be something genuinely unusual, or there could be a perfectly ordinary explanation that simply isn't obvious from the footage. Either way, it's a fascinating clip to end today's countdown on.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it
After
doesn't look
seeing
like a
all of today's
person.
videos, which one stood out to you the most?
It does look like a person. It almost looks like a woman with long hair floating in the sky, glowing. Ooh. All right then. Well. Whoa. Now, I could be wrong, but it does look like a person, or looks like a being of some sort.
And that was 11 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe.
Yeah, he
for
looks
more
terrified.
content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
All right, guys. That was the first one. We're done with that one. Oh, man. Some of those, you could kind of see they might be hoaxes. Some of those, the others might not be hoaxes. I don't know. That's kind of what I like about Sir Spooks. You know, that one right there, that's right there in the recommended videos. I'll redo that sometime later when I'm a lot more awake. I wasn't exactly fully awake when I did that. So yeah, we'll do that again later. All right. So, well, we've got Chojin and we've got Noella in the chat room. Thank you two for both joining. Hopefully some more people will come in, because this is going to be the last video. It is the man himself, Nuke's Top 5. Now, I wonder what happened to him. He hasn't posted a bunch of stuff lately. I don't know. I hope he's okay. But anyway, this is Scary Videos, or Are You a Big Baby? Well, let's find out. Let's see. Let's go.
Proud mom Savannah says that she often took her daughter to see her grandmother at the nursing home, and that her little girl always loved those visits. Unfortunately, one quiet night, Savannah's elderly grandmother passed away peacefully in her sleep.
Oh.
The very next morning, just before sunrise, Savannah's daughter wakes up and wanders into her playroom. She sits there in the dark, all alone, playing and just talking to herself. But when Savannah listens closely to the security footage, it seems like her daughter might not have been alone after all.
Wait till oh.
It's nighttime, we can sleep. And you want to say so now. You want a pizza. Remember?
The toddler seems to be speaking directly to her recently deceased grandmother, even gently reminding Grandma that she's now with the angels on the other side.
Hi, Roxy. It's nighttime, we can sleep. And you want to say so now. You want a pizza. Remember?
Savannah says that she can't explain what happened, but that watching the bittersweet video always brings tears to her eyes. She believes that her
Oh,
grandma
man, she's
came
not
back
the
to
only
say one last
one.
goodbye to her beloved little granddaughter.
Hi, Roxy. You want a pizza. Remember?
The unseen observer.
Oh, man, she's not the only one. Oh. Oh. Okay, oh, man. Oh, man, I gotta dry my eyes. Oh. Y'all give me a moment. Oh, man. Oh, man, I remember this video. Oh, man, I remember this video. There is no way she's faking that. There is no way at all that little girl's faking that. She can't be. But now before you guys say otherwise, remember, guys, children can see things we can't. They have that special innocence about them. They can see things that we can't. Sometimes those things aren't so good. Sometimes they are. And I truly believe her grandma came to visit her one last time. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. I never got to know my granddad Adams, Houston G. Adams. And he was my grandma on my mom's side. He died before I was born. But before she passed away, this was several years before she passed away, my mom sat me down and told me an interesting story. When I was still a baby, and in a lot of ways, I can still kind of remember this. When I was a baby, she would come, every once in a while, she'd hear me giggling and laughing, and she'd hear me just as happy as can be, and she'd come in every once in a while to my nursery, because I was still just a baby at the time. I'd be looking up, and I'd be looking at something or someone that she couldn't see, but I could. And she said, it's almost like you were being entertained. Someone was talking to you. And I can remember. I can kind of remember bits and pieces of when I was a baby. This elderly man just standing there talking to me, smiling as big as can be. And when she told me that, I wasn't too surprised because I remember her showing me pictures of my granddad, Houston Adams. And especially after she told me that, I looked at that picture and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's him. That's him. That's him. And every once in a while, she'd see him. Or he wouldn't be there, but she could see his reflection in the TV sitting in one of the chairs. You know, kind of keeping an eye on, maybe keeping an eye on us, making sure we were okay. Um, there was one time when she was in my nursery. She was tending to me, and there was this shadow that came in down the hall and into the nursery, and she basically said, Daddy, if that's you, please stop. You're scaring me. And the shadow went away. I never saw the man again. She never saw his reflection again in the chair. I think he took that moment to realize, oh, okay. Yeah, my little girl's okay. My grandson's going to be all right. It's time for me to go home. Yeah. I had a weird childhood. Not a weird child. And you can call it less crazy if you want to, but I know what I saw. I know what I saw. And when I saw a picture of my granddad, Houston G. Adams, especially after she told me that, I'm going, that's the guy I saw. That's the guy I saw when I was a baby. Because I remember that. I don't know why I remember that, but I remember that. So I 100% believe this little girl. I believe her 100%. Because kids can see stuff that we can't. Listen to your children, guys. And listen to your pets, too, because they're like your children. They can see things you can't. They can sense things you can't. Listen to your children. Listen to your pets, guys. Trust me. All right. Yeah, I'm okay, Chojin. I'm okay, Chojin. Yeah, I'm all right now. So, all right, let's go on. The Unseen Observer. Ooh.
Observer. Red Anderson, who is an Air Force medic, says that strange things often happen at the military base's treatment facility where he works.
Okay, he could have staged that.
That ain't it.
One late night, Red is sending his wife a Snapchat message when he captures something that is pure nightmare fuel.
But yeah, there's that. Anyway, I just had to check to see mom real quick. I'll be home in a sec, but I love you crazy.
What?
Did you see it?
No.
In the doorway across the hall, some strange dark shape seems to peer down from the top of the doorway. Something with two little widely spaced eyes. As it ducks out of sight, a strange sound can be heard. Now, there isn't supposed to be anyone else in the base medical facility, so Rhett goes to investigate. But he doesn't see anything. Rhett says that his wife later pointed out the strange onlooker in his video, and when he saw it,
Oh.
sent a chill down his spine.
Yeah, I see it now.
Next stop,
Whoa. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have goosebumps. Oh, that was creepy. That was creepy. Oh my gosh.
it sent a chill down his spine.
Yeah.
Next stop, nowhere.
Nowhere. Ooh.
The property manager of a high-rise building in China steps into the elevator for what should have been a routine ride. But out of nowhere, things take a terrifying turn.
Whoa. What was that?
The elevator suddenly lets out a loud metallic bang and then slams to a violent emergency stop. The property manager is a bit shaken, but luckily, he's unharmed.
Yeah.
However, there was something more going on here. Did you see it?
Yeah.
In the reflection of the elevator doors, something strange appears, like a pale hand or maybe a long white finger reaching towards the man's shoulder. Others say it looks more like a ghostly mist creeping through the small gap in the elevator doors. But either way, let me know what you think. Next up.
Whoa, yeah. Almost like it was, he was checking his phone, almost like it was telling him, hey, press the door open button. Get out of there. Oh, yeah. That was creepy.
But either way, let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Next up.
Okay, I'll say this. Nukes is good. Some of his videos... Yeah, Chosen, I'm okay. I'm all right now. Now, I have to say, some of Nuke's videos, they're on a different level. Some of them I'm not too sure about. Now, some of them could be staged, some of them could be fake. Some of them I'm not too sure. Some of them could be paranormal. I mean, it's just how they are, how they play out. It's you look at one of them and go, okay, that's just goofy. But you look at some and it's like, ooh, wait a minute, what is that? Or how did they do that? Or how'd that happen? But anyway.
3 friends are on a summer trip to Spain, staying in a large high-rise hotel. One night they hop on the elevator to head down to the lobby, but that's when things start to go very wrong.
Yo, so this elevator is acting mad weird. We started a few floors up, and
Whoa.
Fast forward to 45 minutes later, and the guys are still stuck in the elevator as the lights flicker and the temperature begins to rise from the summer heat.
Alright, so the power is out. The backup, yeah, there you go. The backup generator has been coming on and off. We've been having the time of our lives. And yeah, we're like cooking alive.
Now, luckily, the hotel does have a backup generator, but unluckily, the generator seems to be malfunctioning.
Oh dear.
And here is where things start to get a bit weird. Because for some unknown reason, the elevator takes them to the hotel's 16th floor, which is currently abandoned and under construction.
Oh, no, look, it worked. What is... Alright, so it's been doing this for a minute. And there's nothing out there. Alright, no, that did something.
No. Dude, I don't know.
What is going on?
Are we too heavy? Is there someone there? What
The doors shut again, trapping them inside. But a little bit later, and finally there's a silver lining, as the elevator power seems to come back on.
We're moving.
Fine. Thank you.
Where are we going?
Oh, wait. The 16th Stop. No. No.
That's the same one as before.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
The power comes back on and the elevator starts to move, but inexplicably it somehow just ends up back on the creepy abandoned 16th floor. At this point, the friends debate just stepping out and trying to find the stairs. But with the floor completely blacked out and under construction, they decide it's safer to just stay put. And now, over an hour has passed, and
Oh,
the guys
man.
are starting to get a bit stir-crazy in the hot, cramped elevator.
There you go. Oh. Oh, he's cooking something.
What are you doing?
Yep. Yep.
I gotta pee.
Oh, you gotta pee.
It's making my bladder. I gotta pee.
You gotta pee.
Well, like a rapper. Go. I gotta pee.
Okay.
I'm holding my bladder.
Yep.
I gotta pee. I don't know what else is going on. I gotta pee. It's making
Whoa.
my bladder like so. In your, I gotta pee. I'm gonna. You're like Bowser.
Guys, this is probably the worst thing anyone did.
Now, shortly after this clip, power was fully restored and the guys finally made it down to the hotel lobby. They upload videos of their harrowing adventure on the elevator.
Oh my
but their viewers
gosh.
spot something truly chilling. Again, did you see it?
Yeah, what is
As
that?
the guys are goofing around while stuck on the creepy 16th floor, something black seems to appear behind them and rise up from the floor. So just why did the elevator keep dragging them back to that closed-off 16th floor? And why was it shut down in the first place? But most importantly, what is this? Let me know what you think.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah. Well, clearly none of them saw it until probably later when they uploaded the video, and when they did, they've probably got freaked out. Oh my gosh! Yeah, why did it go back to the 16th floor? Oh man, that's yeah. I'm sorry, but if that's the only hotel you guys can check in and stay in, congratulations, guys. You're screwed. You're screwed, guys. Oh man, that is creepy.
If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. A bolt from the blue.
Oh.
Now, I usually don't post many UFO videos on this channel, but there's something a bit different about this one. Something a little weird and possibly scary. So, on August 5th, Andrew Clifton was walking his dog Dash in the Malvern Hills of Western England. He was shooting some slow-motion video clips of his dog to post to Facebook. When Andrew checked his footage back, he found something that left him speechless.
Steady. Steady.
Whoa, what was that?
Did you see it?
Yeah.
As Andrew films himself throwing a frisbee to his dog Dash, some unknown long cylindrical object seems to fly just over his head at a very fast speed. And so, this is when things get a little scary, because cynics and debunkers claim that this object is an arrow, possibly shot from a bow or crossbow. So, this is either some strange UFO or someone randomly shot an arrow at Andrew's head while he was out walking his dog. But what do you think? Is this something from another world? Government technology? Or new fear unlocked? Someone shooting an arrow at you while you're walking your dog? You decide. The fourth?
That's an arrow. Somebody shot an arrow at them. Now, maybe not intentionally, but yeah, that's an arrow. I've seen bows and arrows. Yeah, that's an arrow. Yeah, somebody actually shot an arrow at them. Now, albeit maybe unintentionally, but still. Oh, man. The ones that were with, if those were hunters going bow hunting and they saw that video later when it was posted, oh, man. The one that shot that arrow was probably going to get chewed out by either the person in charge of the hunt or his dad who was in charge of the hunt. Because, that's, oh man. I mean, what if he had hit them? I mean, what if he had hit the guy? Or what if he had hit his dog? Oh man. He probably wouldn't be here right now, or he'd be in the hospital and finding out that a bunch of dumbbells shot an arrow at him, and when he found out who they were, they're probably getting sued. Oh man, this is why you need to be so careful with stuff, guys. So careful.
Floor.
The fourth
a young
floor.
woman named Aria is staying at an old hotel in Virginia. One night around 10 p.m., she's walking back to her room when she notices a strange-looking man following her. She starts to record with her phone, pretending that she's on a video call to try to scare the guy away.
Yeah, this.
But it doesn't seem to work.
No. Okay, yeah, this one. Yeah, I saw this with Arctic Kicks. I saw this several times. Yeah, I've seen this before. This is just borderline hoax and borderline messed up. But part of it, it's just, yeah. Part of it, I'm not too sure about.
Aria says that she heard the man's footsteps behind her start to get faster, and she thought that he was chasing her. So she runs and starts screaming for help. But now this is when things start to get weird, because viewers begin to notice that if you slow down the video at a couple of key moments, no one can be seen chasing Aria.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Cut to a completely different TikTok account, one made by a guy named Tony, who is a maintenance worker at this very same hotel. Tony sees Aria's video online, so he goes to check the hotel security footage. He finds this.
Y'all, so here's video of that girl that posted, and I'm gonna let y'all know now, it gets really weird. It's like she acting like she's running from something or hiding from something, but there's literally nobody else in the frame.
Yeah, there's nobody.
Like she tweaking.
Yeah, it is weird.
And the elevator door is not even closing.
Yeah, that's the weird part. No one can be seen chasing her, yet she's running from someone or something, and she gets in the elevator to get away from whatever it is that she sees or what might be in her mind, and that's just it. The elevator doors refuse to close. What is going on here? And the interesting thing is, I remember watching this on Arctic Kicks' channel, and he was like, nah, this is hoax. This is a hoax. And this is made up. But yeah, the more he saw of it, he's like, wait a minute, what is going on here? He was like me. What the heck is going on?
Like she's playing hide and seek or something.
Yeah.
In the video, we see Aria running down the hall and then cowering in the elevator. But again, no one can be seen chasing her. Strangely, the elevator doors just won't close.
Yeah.
So Aria runs out. Tony says that the front desk clerk said that Aria did eventually make it downstairs. She left in an Uber without a word. So now, Tony is curious as to just what might have happened to make Aria run away. He finds the girl's room number and goes up with a coworker. What they find is truly disturbing.
It's like all my stuff is just left here.
What in the world? Why would you leave your stuff here? You know, why would you just leave your stuff here? Go and get your stuff. Oh, man.
It's crazy. Yo, this shit's ridiculous. What the heck is this doing in here?
Yo, hold on, y'all. Why the fuck is this in here? Hold this. Yo, y'all. This is crazy.
All of Aria's luggage is still in the room. Even stranger, the room looks like it has been ransacked, with things strewn all over the floor. Weirdest of all, Tony finds something commonly called an underdoor tool. This device is often used by criminals to break into hotel rooms with a latched door. So now Tony thinks that someone might have been in Aria's room, and maybe there actually was someone chasing her. He goes back and takes a closer look at the hotel security footage. What he finds chills him to his core.
Alright, y'all. So I went back and was looking at the video of that girl from the other day, right? Because I'm thinking maybe somebody must be following her. Just keep watching the screen right here, man. I saw something that just... That's just the housekeeper down there. Right there. Right there.
I don't know what that was.
This is crazy. And y'all think that's crazy. Keep watching. Keep watching, like right by that door right there, by that table. Keep watching right over by there. My hand is shaking. Right there.
What is that?
What the heck? Bro, that's a rock from that table right there. Those are stones and those in bowls right there by that table. And that one of them stones just fell on the floor.
And there's no way that should happen because there's no wind in there.
Wind ain't even gonna do that though. This is crazy, yo.
Just a few minutes after we see Aria running down the hall, we can see a strange unexplained shadow that seems to speed off down the hallway in the same direction. Shortly afterwards, a stone from a nearby decorative bowl mysteriously launches off the table and lands in the hallway floor. Now, Tony says that he doesn't know exactly what happened here. He says that he has never experienced anything like this while working at the old hotel, but he has heard strange unexplained sounds from time to time.
Keep in mind, there's no construction going on. Nothing.
So was some real person with bad intentions chasing Aria? Was this something supernatural? Or is it all just a very elaborate hoax? As always, you decide.
I am stumped, guys. The more I see this video, I'm like, what the hell is this? And you see the shadow run by on the wall after Arya runs by several minutes later. Now this may be way out here. It might have been something paranormal, or it might have been something like this. I learned a long time ago, not too long ago actually, that, well, I'll put it this way. Have you guys ever watched Ghost in the Shell? And the animated series, have you read the comic books, the manga? Well, what does Motoko Kusanagi have? And some of Section 9 have? They have a cloak. It's called thermal optic camouflage. And I learned not too long ago, this stuff is not science fiction. It's science fact. It's real. This stuff is actually real. You could actually, there are, I know it sounds crazy, but this stuff, I've done my research, this stuff actually exists. It's real. It's supposed to be classified, but it's real. And if you have the right amount of money and, the right amount of finances, the right amount of connections, you could buy yourself a thermal optic camouflage suit and you could play the Predator. I'm not kidding you. So, if Arya was running from something, now I know this is a big step, guys. I know it's a big step, but seeing that science fiction thing is actually a science fact, they were actually have been able to make this stuff work. What if that was someone after her and they had thermal optic camouflage on? Now, they were able to bend light, but you could still see their shadow run by. And maybe, in frustration, they threw one of the stones out of the bowl. That would explain a lot of things. Why she thought she saw someone chasing her. Why we saw a shadow on the wall zoom past. Why we saw that rock flown out of the bowl. Why her room was ransacked. Why there was a makeshift tool to enter her room. I mean, like I said, I'm just theorizing. But yeah, this stuff is real, guys. And I think that's probably one of the most creepy things out there. This stuff, thermal optic camouflage, is real. I mean, it's still in its prototype stage, but it does work. So, but like I said, I could be stretching. I don't know. I really don't know what to make of this. I don't know. Let's just move on. Unleashed.
A couple in West Virginia owns a little pet shop, and they usually let one of their older dogs wander around the place.
Aww.
But one morning when they come in to open up, something seems wrong. The dog isn't his usual happy self. Instead, he's curled up in his bed, trembling, and absolutely refuses to come out.
Aww.
The shop owners are worried, and they check the security cameras to see what might have spooked the little dog. They find something truly bizarre. At around 11:30 p.m., the camera shows the little dog wandering aimlessly through the dark pet store. Suddenly, out of nowhere, something seems to actually launch the dog sideways, hard, almost as if he was kicked.
Yeah.
The pup wasn't seriously hurt. But was this some weird freak occurrence? Or does the pet shop have a guest that no one can see? Next up.
Well, if they do, it certainly doesn't like dogs running around.
A guy named Angelo says that some seriously strange things have been happening in his house in Tenerife, one of the Canary Islands of Spain. Angelo says that one night his dog Nala started acting very weird, as if something had given her a serious scare. Curious and a little worried, they decide to check the security footage. What they find is downright chilling.
Look at her. Look at her. What the?
In the video, little Nala seems upset by something off to the side of the room. something that we can't see.
Yeah.
Nala starts backing away, clearly frightened. Then, suddenly, something seems to violently yank the collar right off the dog's neck. Angelo posted follow-up videos to prove the footage wasn't fake. He showed that the clip came directly from his security camera, and he even demonstrated that Nala's collar is extremely difficult to remove. It doesn't just fall off. Angelo says that since the incident, his poor little dog Nala is a nervous wreck.
Aww.
He says the dog refuses to stay alone and now insists on sleeping in their bedroom every night. As for Angelo, he's added 2 more cameras around his house because he thinks that whatever pulled that collar off is still there, and he plans to catch it on camera.
What have I told you guys? Listen to your pets. Like I said, they can see things you can't. Now, if you see your pet, especially if you see your dog staring at something and there's nothing there, and they're whimpering or they're barking or they're growling at something, and their hackles on their back are raised, and they're shivering or something like that, the hair on their backs are standing up, listen to your pets. They see something you don't. Always listen to your pets and listen to your kids. If they can see something you can't, don't just brush it off. Remember that.
It sees you. It seems that both children and adults have long found the animatronic robots at Chuck E. Cheese pizza restaurants to be a bit nightmare-inducing. In fact, the creepy robots are so unsettling that they were the primary influence behind the popular horror game
Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah.
So, a woman named Gina visited a Chuck E. Cheese restaurant with her child. When the show ends and the animatronics shut down, she decides to take a peek behind the curtain to film the inanimate robots. Instead, she catches something downright creepy.
Never look behind the curtain.
The animatronic robot suddenly looks straight at Gina with a wide-eyed stare, almost as if it caught her spying on them. Now, of course, this could have just been some coincidental glitch in the robot's programming, but it bears mentioning that the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics have no facial recognition sensors, no motion sensors, and nothing else that can make them intentionally turn to look at someone.
Ooh.
But in this case, it almost seems to stare right into Gina's soul.
Ooh.
The Fall of Hood House.
That was creepy.
Noah says that he used to live in a 138-year-old haunted house in Lancaster, South Carolina. Shortly after moving into the house, Noah started
that's
to hear
beautiful.
strange, unexplained tapping from the bottom of the stairs.
That's more than tapping. That's banging.
Hello? If you can hear me, please stop. Why are you going faster? Oh, no. This is more or less really creepy, like late at night when it happens. During the day, I can walk down here and it's like, okay, it's creepy during the day too. Calm down, girl.
Noah says that the old house was previously inhabited by the Hood family, who all met a tragic fate inside the home.
Ooh.
Judson Hood, the original homeowner of the house, built in 1887. So I go in on Ancestry, I go and pay the $19.99, whatever fee it was, and I get all of this dude's family tree information. But pretty much this document up here talks about Judson Hood's death. As it would turn out, Judson was not the only one that died in this house. In fact, every single family member died. Mary Pogue Hood, his wife.
Even weirder, Noah finds out that Mary Hood passed away on the exact spot where he often hears the creepy, unexplained tapping.
So all that knocking sounds that you hear in the previous videos mostly occurred right here at the bottom of the stairs, and that turns out to be the location where Mary fell down the stairs, was immobilized, and then eventually died.
Ooh, like his Father Christmases. Now that's an interesting. Idea to put your Father Christmases on the stairs. That's pretty cool.
As the weeks wear on, Noah starts to get a bit accustomed to the ghost that he believes to be Mary Hood. He even becomes a bit annoyed by the nightly tapping.
Mary. Mary girl. Ooh, I'm covered in goosebumps.
Ooh.
Mary, I know you just died 106 years ago. Give it up, Mary. Cut it out. Come on, Mary, for real. You done said your piece 106 times. Die. Go to the grave.
But apparently, the spirit in his home took that personally.
Oh dear.
The haunting becomes more intense as one night while Noah has some friends over, the bizarre tapping not only comes from the base of the stairs, but also from the actual walls of the house's second floor.
That's probably Mara's way of saying, "Don't you sass me, boy."
This hasn't happened in so long. Hello?
Don't do that. No, I ain't kidding. I will leave right now.
Oh my god, look. Please stop.
No, fuck you. Stop. No, stop.
Noah's friends are not quite as used to the haunted house as he is, and one of them has a physical reaction.
Bailey.
No! I couldn't help it!
Bailey.
I don't have to be anymore. That's all that matters.
Bailey!
But this is when things start to happen that even make Noah's blood run cold.
Oh man, Bailey. Oh man. Now, unfortunately, that happens. Sometimes you get so scared you lose control of all your bodily functions. It's embarrassing, but it happens. Unfortunately. Now, it hasn't happened to me, thankfully, but I know certain people that it has happened to, and it's embarrassing. So, Noah, you're a dick for filming that. I'm sorry.
What's up, girl? Are you trying to say something? Or are you just trying to keep annoying me?
And now the haunting seems to get serious and downright dangerous, because Noah's front porch inexplicably just catches fire.
I heard somebody banging. I'm like, what the f***?
I did too. I literally went inside. I said, Noah.
Tonight, a Queen City News exclusive. A group of roommates in Lancaster County are looking for a hero they say saved their lives. Their home caught on fire without them knowing early yesterday morning. They tell our South Carolina Bureau Chief Shakira Speaks a mysterious Good Samaritan called 911 just in the nick of time.
Those are words you never want to hear, and the roommates say if it weren't for someone driving by, they would have never heard those words either. Homeowner Noah Heaton says it was a normal night for him and his roommates as they were all preparing for bed, but they weren't prepared for what would happen next.
I woke up at about 1 a.m. with my roommates yelling at me, thinking someone's breaking in the front door.
The sounds they heard were from the Lancaster County Fire Department urging them to get out of the house. So barefoot and in pajamas, they got outside, only to see firefighters already tackling the fire on the second story.
And that's when I saw our hammock and outdoor rug up in flames.
This is left after the fire. Heaton says officials still don't know the cause.
Love you guys. Oh, yeah.
I really am so glad we're okay.
Each roommate attributes their luck to guardian angels.
So by now, Noah has had about enough of the old haunted house and the ghost of Mary Hood. He just sells the home and moves out. But that's not the end of this story. Because you see, almost exactly 1 year after Noah sold the house, A mysterious raging fire started in the home, and it was completely destroyed.
Oh my gosh. That's right. I forgot about that. I remember seeing this. I forgot about that. Oh man. That's creepy. You know, Noah, Mary, I think Mary wasn't trying to annoy you or scare you. She was trying to, I think she was trying to warn you. Because unfortunately, sometimes old Victorian homes like this can be fire hazards. It's a shame because I've seen a lot of these and they're beautiful houses. Absolutely beautiful. But, you know, sometimes something freakish happens and whoosh, they go up in flames. And there's not a thing you can do about it.
You guys, I'm still in shock that this house burnt to the ground after 3 years of my blood, sweat, tears, and literally my entire bank account poured into this house. For it to burn a year later was insane to me.
Now, regarding the second fire that resulted in the total devastation, again, I had moved out, so I don't know much details about this fire other than the family was in the home when it started, and guess what time it started? 3 a.m.
Thankfully, the family of 4 who were now living in the house made it out without any injuries. Now, after researching this fire, I can confirm that, weirdly enough, the fire department does say that it started right around 3 a.m., just as Noah said. And the local fire chief says that the cause of the fire is currently unknown.
Ooh.
Shadow in the snapshot.
Okay, that's creepy. There might have been 2 ghosts in the house. One being Mary trying to warn them to get out, and the other one wanting to destroy the house. So if that's true, that's creepy too. Oh man.
A young woman named Keeney says that while on a trip to Mexico, she took a photo of her 3 friends with a disposable camera. When she had her photos developed, she was shocked to see a mysterious extra person in the background.
Oh yeah, this.
Now, at first, many people who saw Keeney's photo said that the dark figure in the background was simply a shadow from one of the girls, or possibly Keeney's own reflection as she took the picture. But then people began to brighten the image a bit and saw this. The extra figure in the photo seems to have a ghastly face.
Ooh.
It doesn't look like a shadow, and it certainly doesn't look like Keeney's reflection. So just who or what is this? You decide.
Okay, if that's photoshopped, that's one hell of a Photoshop, and I don't think it is. I think a ghost photobombed you, hun.
Scary videos.
Oh dear.
Now, this is the place for all the videos that are kind of scary at first, but then just become a little weird or goofy. Mostly just goofy. So first up, a man looks into his hallway, and in the shadows, he sees a cat just laying there and staring at him. But he doesn't have a cat.
Who's fucking? I don't have a cat. Come here, kitty, kitty. Oh, oh my god, that wasn't my cat. It's my shoes.
Now, I thought that was a cat too, so maybe
Yeah.
I'm blind.
No, Nuke, you're not blind. The way they're positioned, it looks like a cat. It looks like a cat. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's funny.
Anyway, next up, some guys witness a real zombie attack on their car.
Oh, hey, dude. You're all good. Hey, you're gonna have to get out of the car, sir. Wait.
Get him out, lying down. He's thrashing his car.
Just type these days.
The car, but he's thrashing the car.
I don't want anyone to get into the motor. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you call that guy a zombie, but he definitely was exposed to some kind of strange chemicals that changed him into that.
Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
The funniest thing about this YouTube video are the comments, like 28 beers later, and the Hills have DUIs, and my favorite, he still has PTSD from the Civil War. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back again next time.
Oh my gosh. That is just, that just beats it all. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was funny. That was funny. All right. Oh boy. All right. Okay, guys. I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, I was up later than I thought I was going to be. But yeah, I'm going to call it a night. And I'll finish. I still got some more clothes to dry. So I will put them in. And I'm going to. Once I have my sheets on my bed, I'll finish. I'll finish completing this video once it's done, and then I'm going on to bed. So hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. For those of you who joined, thank you for joining. For those of you who are watching this broadcast now after the broadcast, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please leave a like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. And if you like what you see on Sir Spooks and Nuke's Top 5, go visit their channels and give them a like and subscribe. I know they'd appreciate it. All right, that's it for right now, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, you guys stay safe, stay cool, stay hydrated, stay creative, stay curious, and you stay awesome.